The objective of this session is to learn about what is namespace and the scope roles. Namespace, it is a table which maps variable name or identifier to the objects and values or values. In this example, I have assigned 3.14 value to variable pi and the string rose to variable flower. It creates a namespace where the left hand side is the variable name and right hand side is the value. In Python, each module, function or class has its own namespace. Some namespaces in Python, global namespace, the names declared in the main body of the program are in global namespace. Local namespace, name declared inside a function or method are local namespace. And built-in namespace, built-in functions and built-in exception names are built-in namespace. Now, not every namespace used in a program is accessible at any moment during the execution of the program. Namespaces have different lifestyle. For example, when function is called, a local namespace is created for this function, and this namespace is deleted as soon as function finishes its execution. The namespace containing built-in namespace is created when Python interpreter starts, and it is not deleted until the interpreter is quit. In this example, here is a function definition and this is the main body of the program. Now when these codes are run, when it reaches the first line, a global namespace of the function name is created. Then these lines are ignored until you call the function, and then when it comes to this line, a global namespace of radius with value 10 is created. Then the next line, when it is reaches next line, the function is invoked or called. And when the function is called, a function namespace with the variable value pi and area are created. And when the function ends the execution, this namespace is deleted and a global namespace of area along with the value is created. Next, when it reaches this line, a global namespace of circumference with these values are created. Now, scope rule. A scope refers to the part of the program within which the name is directly accessible. For any name reference within a program, when Python searches for a value of the variable, it follows a rule. It is called, popularly known as LEGB rule. LEGB rule stands for checking the variable value in the order of local, enclosing function, global and built-in environment. Now, for any name reference, Python first checks for the variable value in the local namespace. If it finds the value, it uses the value. Now, if not, Python checks the following environment one after another. Enclosing function is the function which wraps the current function, then global namespace, and finally built-in namespace. If the variable is not found in all of these four namespaces, then Python raises name error, that is, name is not defined. Let us look at this example. In this example, although the variable x here is here inside the function, but it is not defined inside the function. It is defined in the main body of the program. So variable x is global here. In the second example, the kilometer, this variable is defined inside the function. So kilometer is local here. In the third example, here we have a function conversion, and within this function another function is wrapped. And in this function, when it searches for the variable kilometer, it is not defined inside this function. So from the local it goes to the enclosing function, and the enclosing function is this. Here the variable kilometer is defined, so it takes the value from this and then it will print the distance of kilometer of whatever is the value. Now let us move to Python practical session. Here you can see I have defined a function named volume cylinder. It is having two input, radius and height. And this variable pi is defined inside this function. So pi is local. And we can run the code defining the function and calling the function together. And you can see volume of the cylinder for radius 5 and height 10 is this. In the second case, here variable length comes within the function greeting. However, variable here it is in the main body of the program. So x is global. So when we run this function, what happens? It is asking for the username. So I put a name, then press enter. So it is giving you glad to meet you Partho. That is the output. Now in this third case, here is a function named conversion, and inside a function another function is wrapped inside this function. And here when it is looking for the variable value kilometer, it does not find in this function, within this function kilometer. So it goes to enclosing function. Now we can define this function first and then call this function. You can see the distance is in mile. That is the it is the output of, this is the pinned output of conversion function. Then the kilometer function is invoked. So output of this is distance is kilometer is 15. So what have you learned? We have learned about what is namespace and 4 types of namespace. Then we have learned about the scope rules.